Alright, what up y'all, it's Way Breezy and I am back with another video. So obviously, if you're in the gaming verse and the gaming scene, you've been seeing unlimited posts and unlimited media about video games sucking and video games falling off and video games are bad now. Video games suck and the industry's dying, blah, 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 blah. Now, I kind of just wanted to make this video because I have a couple of ideas for why people are thinking that way. And I also want to explain my story and kind of how I built a really healthy relationship with video games. Video games are very dangerous because you can literally lose 12 hours of life and it feels like an hour. Video games is one of those things where you just get lost in, you know? A really good story game that just keeps you hooked like a movie never could because there's a controller in your hand. Or you're just grinding the ranks with your buddies and oh shit, it's 4 a.m. You know, video games are awesome like that. And they can really distract us from the real world, which is sick as hell. But they can also kind of make you neglect everything else in your life and your life can fucking fall apart and you can just be a loser that sits on his ass and plays video games. Trust me, I've had a lot of phases where that's what I've done. So I wanted to talk about how I made video games a very healthy habit for me, you know, and something that's almost therapeutic in a way, without really many downsides. I think a lot of people can really burn out on video games. If you're playing all day, every single day, obviously they'll just start feeling less special, you know? If you have a car that you drive all day, every day, the car will feel less special. If you're hanging out with a person all day, every single day, and not really giving yourself any time to breathe, you'll burn out on it, you know what I'm saying? So one thing that really helped me with building my relationship with gaming was to kind of stretch it out, you know, few and far between, and get excited for certain games. And I'm not saying the multiplayer releases, I'm saying like good story games. When I went from playing every single day, like looking for any pocket of time that I could get to play a video game and run away from the real world, to, you know, keeping it to the weekends or just waiting till I get in a random ass mood to play a video game, those gaming sessions are always the best, man, especially with friends. You know, you haven't played games with your friends in a week or two, when you hop on, oh my god, that gaming session, there's no bickering, everyone's just so happy to be in each other's company, and that really helped me a lot with building my relationship with gaming. Hey, I'm sorry, I just woke up, but I just wanted to announce really quickly that I made a Patreon for the channel where you're gonna get a lot of exclusive things. So it's patreon.com/waybreezy, and you can learn all about it over there. It's just $1 to sign up. So thank you, and back to the video. And another thing, I know this is hard for the people that are newer to gaming and the people that kind of only look for new releases, is to play some old games, man, that don't really have social media behind them and expectations, you know? When you play the new 2K and you play the new Call of Duty and you play the new Warzone and the new Fortnite update, there's so many opinions thrown into the air that you almost can't even form your own. There's 1,000 guys that are telling you to use this class setup. There's 1,000 guys that are telling you that this update and that gun sucks. But did you actually like try it for yourself, or did you just let the world and social media tell you that that certain thing or that certain game sucked? Like just recently, I opened up Far Cry 3 for the first time in like probably 8 years. And I was like, oh my god, it's so quiet. You know, I get to like actually play this game and love this game for what it is and take it all in for myself, you know? Like those memories I made playing that game are for me now. It wasn't like some influencer telling me to play. There wasn't a YouTube video giving me tips and tricks on what to do here. I just played like how video games were created to be. I know this might sound like something very obvious, but I hadn't done that in a very long time, probably over a year, where I actually just sat down, put my phone down, and just played a game because I missed it and I had an idea of playing it, you know? I feel like you can only really get that from single player games, and especially older single player games. You know, some of the gameplay footage for these videos is games like Bully. Like, I fucking love Bully. It's one of my favorite games of all time. And I don't even really play the game. I kind of just hop in there and enjoy the atmosphere, you know? I feel like everything now with video games is like grind, grind, grind. Like, what level are you? Like, what skins do you have? Do you have this camo, you know? Like, how many hours do you have? But like, bro, are you actually like playing the game and enjoying it? Like, I feel like people don't find secrets in maps and shit like that anymore, especially with multiplayer games. Like, I love to just hop into the older games and even the newer games and just play like on my own merit, you know? There's nobody influencing my gaming experience. This influencer world is crazy, and that's coming from somebody that's trying to become a YouTuber. But seriously, this influencer world is kind of decaying video games in a way. Like the quarantine blow up and how just everything revolves around streamers now. Like Fortnite was ruined because it got so popular and so sweaty. Enjoy the games that only have 100 players on them, especially the single player games, man. There's a lot of real gems out there that can be therapeutic playthroughs, man, where you're just coasting and just having a great time. Like, I'll hear people say video games suck, but they've never played Red Dead Redemption 2. I'll hear people say that nobody can make scary video games good anymore, but they never played Alien Isolation or the original Outlast. It's like, what? You were missing out on all these gems because you're stuck in 2024, 2025. Like, yo, there are some genuine gems out there. And I know it sucks to have to go look for old games to even have fun in the first place. That's super weak. All I'm trying to say is that you're missing out on a lot of really cool gaming experiences by not looking back in time. And I'm kind of going to pivot into multiplayer a little bit more. You know, I talked about single player a good amount, but for those of you guys that only play multiplayer games and you only really like to compete, yo, have you tried having fun in that game? Like, have you tried creating that healthy balance of not wanting to turn on the video game and just sweat your fucking ass off? Like, I remember when I was growing up, I did challenges all the time. Call of Duty class challenges and shit like that. Random operator challenges in Rainbow Six Siege, or, you know, like funny strategies. Those used to be a thing in like Counter-Strike. Triple stack sitting on each other's heads, like walk through the map on Counter-Strike. Nobody does that shit anymore. It's just about the win. Like, can I compete for this win and like be the greatest? It's like, man, you would probably have a lot of fun just taking it easy and having fun. Everybody's so good at video games now. It's like nobody really wants to have fun anymore. And that ties into like playing all day. I think spreading out your gaming sessions and diversifying your gaming portfolio will lead to a very, very healthy relationship with gaming. And it's just two very small things. I mean, people will say gaming sucks, but they play Fortnite and Call of Duty. Like, what? Have you tried Elden Ring? You know, have you tried a game that could really... Have you played The Last of Us? Have you played God of War? Do you like superheroes? Have you played the Spider-Man game? Like, there's some baller-ass games out there, man. I'm kind of a single-player glazer, man. I fucking love single-player video games. Cinematic experiences that could really emotionally touch you. That's where it's at, man. That's truly where it's at. And there's a balance to that too. You know, this video is really about balance in general. Just having a balanced relationship with gaming. Play it a little less. Give different parts of gaming a chance, you know? There's a lot to gaming. Even I create a balance between multiplayer games. Like, I played a lot of Fortnite this past month, and I have almost every single one of my guns leveled up and ready for camos in Black Ops 6. Like, I still play multiplayer games, but there's something about that quiet solo experience that's just like beautiful, man. And I want to make a video about the beauty of single player games, and I honestly probably will. So stay tuned for that shit. That's all I really had for this video. In the comments down below, let me know if you guys have any other strategies or different ideas that really helped you get into a better mindset and enjoy video games again, because I feel like a lot of people are on the downward slope, especially when you grow up and you have to go to work. A lot of people kind of fizzle out from video games, and if you're anything like me, it leaves a hole in your heart because you love video games. So, you know, help each other out in the comments down below. Let me know how you got to love video games and enjoy them again, or if it was similar to the things that I talked about in this video. And yeah, that's all I have for you guys today. I will see you all in the next one. Later.